Alright. What is going on, everybody? K-Dog's Kennel coming back at you with another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. We are, next couple episodes, maybe even more, going to be focused on hunts and side quests, because we are literally about, I think, 2 or 3 missions away from the end of the game. Once I approach Drake's Spine, that's like the ending of the game. So I don't want to do that right now. I want to get the rest of these side quests caught up. So like I said, the next couple parts are probably going to be side quest related, considering that there is, like I said, quite a bit of side quests to go. The first one I want to start with is under new management, because apparently this one coincides with a hunt. One of the late game hunts don't unlock until we complete that side quest. So I want to start with that one and then go from there. I also want to start this episode with a couple of shoutouts. One being to someone who has become a very, very, very dear friend to me, and that being Big Baby J30, which his channel information is people that have followed me for a while know his channel information is in every single video I do. Has been for quite some time. I watched his video of his latest part, and not gonna lie, it got me. It got me a little emotional, just at the fact that just the kind words he said, the fact that he calls me an inspiration. If you are a content creator and you can inspire another person, there is no higher compliment than that. And the fact that he feels that way is something that I can never pay back. So make sure you guys follow Big Baby J30. Unbelievably kind human being, amazing content creator. I'm proud to call him a friend. I'm proud to call him a brother. Like I said, his channel information is in the video description. Also, I want to thank new subscriber, Holly's Adventures. She actually gave me a shout out in one of her latest videos as well. I haven't had a chance to. I know right now she's playing Final Fantasy X-2. She's going through the Comspheres. Good God, that's always a pain in the butt. Final Fantasy X-2, I need to finish. Even if it's just beating Vegnagun and putting an end to it for now. Because frankly, I just don't have the time to grind on it the way I want to. But I'm anxious to kind of see. I know she's a big Final Fantasy buff. She's a big Zelda buff. So curious as to see what kind of content she's got on her channel. But just those are just a couple people that I want to give a lot of love to. They don't have to shout me out, but they choose to do so. Something that Holly said on one of Big Baby's videos is, we're all here for the same thing, and that's to support each other. And I don't think truer words could be more spoken in that sense. If you're a content creator on YouTube, there's a lot of people on YouTube that are doing the same thing. We're making content. My whole thing is to simply entertain you guys, and I strive to give you guys the best content I possibly can.
What am I to do? My wards and I may soon be without a home.
What's happened?
The High Cardinal has descended from his lofty throne and taken up residence here in Northreach.
The High Cardinal?
Leader of the Council of Elders, second only to his Radiance at the head of the Imperial government. Not that any of those things still exist. Now he goes by his noble title, the Duke of Oriflamme.
And what does he want with Northreach?
He wants to transform it into a military stronghold, a foundation upon which to build a new Sambrek. He's already secured the support of the various army remnants, with promises that they shall be afforded the respect they deserve in his empire. One built on the confiscated property of the people.
He would rob the populace to pay for it.
Believe me, I have used every means of persuasion to discourage him from this folly. But for whatever reason, he will not listen to me.
What does Captain Philippe make of this? When the town was under attack, it was him the soldiers rallied around. Couldn't he use that influence again?
How? By speaking out against one of the most powerful men in Sambrec. A man whose stated aim is to revive the empire Philippe's comrades swore to serve, and to improve the soldiers' lot within it. The captain can offer them a regular supply of gruel, and an occasional trip to the Vale to help them forget the terrors they face each day. The Duke offers them a vision of strength and safety. No. Any attempt to incite mutiny would cost Philippe the support of his men, if it did not cost him his life. But given the mood around town, mutiny may yet be unavoidable. The people have little appetite for further deprivation, least of all when it serves only to elevate others.
And who could blame them?
Clive, would you appeal to the Duke on my behalf? For your services to Northreach, you have the respect of the soldiers, and they will take you to His Eminence if you ask them. And unlike Philippe, no bonds of loyalty prevent you from speaking your mind to the man. Well, will you try? You could hardly fare any worse than I did.
And so we get 30 renown, 1500 gil for
I'll see
doing
what I
this.
can do.
Thank you, Clive.
Tell me then, where will I find this Duke of Oriflamme? In the garrison?
Overseeing the troops, yes.
All right. Wish me luck.
Under new management, like I said, one thing I've decided I want to do, and I'm going to probably do it on New Game Plus, is to have, much like I did with Final Fantasy XII, when it comes to the hunts, a 32-part series showing the hunts, where they're at. Some of them have prerequisites, so you have to complete side quests to unlock them. Kind of why I want to do this under new management quest, because this coincides with a hunt.
Oh, sorry about that. You're the dame's man, aren't you? You got some business with the captain?
No, actually. With the Duke. I was hoping I might be able to speak with him.
We're under orders not to let any civilians pass. But you should be all right. His Eminence has heard all about you and your heroics. Wait here. I'll go and ask.
For everything I've done for you guys, I should have a audience with the entire world.
You are the sellsword who lent his aid to the garrison. The Empire owes you a debt, and I shall see it repaid. But tell me, is it wealth that you seek, or favor?
Neither, Your Eminence. I thought only to inquire about your plan to turn Northreach into a stronghold.
Ah, I see. You are worried the expanded garrison will render your services redundant. Yet you needn't be. A proud fighting man like yourself shall always have a place here. Pride of place, in fact. For too long has the contribution of the noble soldier been under-reckoned. But no more. For it is they who shall see the Holy Empire rebuilt, beginning right here in Northreach.
Why here, Your Eminence?
The town has been fortunate enough to escape largely unscathed from the recent troubles. Her defenses are sound, and her garrison well prepared. Which is more than can be said for Oriflamme or Twinside. The Empire wants for a capital, and I believe Northreach to be the perfect place. With Cairn
good or
Norfolk
bad?
as her citadel. Once we have seen to the refortification of both the town and the castle, we need only build a wall around both to create a city that would be the envy of the twins. Plans are already underway for the construction. Soon enough, these thralls shall learn that they are no match for the might of Sanbrec.
I fear you underestimate how dangerous these creatures are, Your Eminence. Should they return in force, You will need all the people of Northreach to come together in defense of the town. Something they may be loath to do if they've been deprived of their worldly goods.
The people will do as their leaders command. If Sanbreque is to be rebuilt, she will require a functioning government. One whose authority is beyond question. That is why this levy is necessary. So that any man who wishes to join the army might do so and be fed, outfitted, and paid as befits a defender of the Empire. And yet, treasonous lie that I seek to steal from the people and drive them...
Have left.
Precisely. The common folk have little and less, and you mean to deprive them of even that?
Sabine, we have discussed this.
Yes, and I told you then how putting the Empire before her citizens would lead only to revolt.
Without an empire, there are no citizens.
And in yours, there will be only beggars. Is that what Griga wills for her people?
Do not take her name in vain, Sabine.
I'll come back later. The citizens revolt. I wonder what the people really think of the Duke's plan. Who's on the other side of the wall?
Oh, good God. Speak with the townspeople outside the wall. Okay, don't mind if I do. At least it's not too far, thank God. So we got one right here. Alleymonger.
Right there. What is it you're after, sir?
Just your opinion, actually. I wondered what you thought of the Duke of Oriflamme.
Oh, him. Not much. None of us traders do. It's thanks to nobles like him that we had to set up shop this side of the wall in the first place. Couldn't have the rabble getting any closer to the holy capital, could they? And now he's trying to drive us out completely, threatening to take everything we got from us if we don't clear off. If the dame said she wanted him run out of town, I'd be straight through that checkpoint, tar bucket in hand.
Okay, so he's not a fan. I think that's putting it mildly.
I've been hearing a lot of talk about a certain Duke.
Nothing good, I'll wager. Going around acting like he owns the place. And with hardly a word to the dame. This is her town, not his.
I take it you'd rather she was in charge.
As far as I'm concerned, she still is. Just need his eminence to sod off back to Oriflamme.
Okay, so the Duke is not very renowned here. At least by the sounds of it. Let's get one more person's opinion here.
A question, if you don't mind. What do you think of the Duke of Oriflamme?
Don't get me started. You build a life for yourself somewhere, earning for some noble to turn up and tell you got to hand it all over to him. If he thinks his name and his chains give him the right to empty our purses, he's in for a rude awakening. We'll do whatever it takes to keep what's ours. Whatever it takes.
Well, the people seem united enough. What about the soldiers?
Really? Like, why didn't you have me do that first? Because I was there.
Was that shouting I heard from the barracks?
I could have done that first and then went outside. But no, I got to go outside and then come back inside.
Do you think he was the only one who survived?
Cynical soldier.
You're the one who was talking to his eminence.
On the dame's behalf, yes. I was trying to persuade him not to take the people's goodwill for granted, but it seems my words fell on deaf ears. What do you think of his plans?
I'm a soldier, mate. He tells me what to do. not the other way round. Listen, I've got nothing but respect for the Dame, but I've got a family to look after. That's where my loyalties lie, not with the town or the Empire, but with my wife and children.
Respectable.
If the Duke can get us cement and the equipment we need to fight off those blue-skinned bastards, I don't care how he does it.
So inside seems like it's a little bit of a different story, but then again, you know, kudos. He's got a family to look after.
Oriflamme plans to turn this town into some sort of fortress. Do you think that's a good idea?
It's not for me to say. All I know is that unless the Emperor orders me otherwise, His Eminence's word is law. Look, no one likes all these taxes and tariffs, but empires don't come for free. Once Sanbreque is back on her feet, we'll all reap the benefits.
Okay, so it's like everybody inside kind of dodges the question. Kind of like, well, you know, it's his word is law, and they're not really for him, but they're not really against him either, but...
Well, what do you think?
There we go. I was like, come on.
Controls the garrison he wants. It's the whole of
Who are you, sir?
Excuse me, do you have a moment? I wondered if you'd mind sharing your thoughts on the Duke of Oriflamme.
Well, he's made a lot of enemies coming in the way he did. But I mean, look around us. You can see the state the realm's in. The traders might not like having the screws put on them, but if they volunteered a few more of their hard-earned gil before things got bad, maybe they wouldn't have to. I think the Duke's got a point when he says rebuilding the Empire's the best way of making sure we're all protected. And if that means people who don't know one end of a sword from another have to make way for those who do, well, that's just how it goes.
Okay.
Let's see what Philippe makes of all this.
Speak with Felipe. Where are you, Felipe? There you are.
Captain, do you have a moment?
For you? Certainly. Clive, wasn't it? Thank you for last time. How can I help you?
I wanted to ask you about the Duke of Oriflamme. Do you intend to go along with his plan?
But to tell you the truth, I'm in two minds. It's my sworn duty as a captain of the Imperial Army to obey his orders. But I can't say I agree with him.
Philippe, I remember you saying that you became a soldier to protect the people you loved. The Dame included.
That's right, I did.
Well, she doesn't agree with the Duke's orders either. She thinks they could tear Northreach apart.
And she's probably right. Thank you, Clive. I know what I need to do now.
I'm glad you
Protecting
do.
the people I love is what matters. Doesn't matter how. Well, duty calls, so I better go. Thanks again.
Okay.
It seems Philippe wants to do the right thing at least. I expect Isabel will be pleased to hear that, if nothing else.
Report back to Isabel. So this is another one of those missions where it's like, do this, do that, do this. Go talk to this person. Go talk to that person. Alright. Got your info, lady.
Ah, Clive. How did you fare? Were you able to speak with the Duke?
I was, but...
So Northreach is to be a fortress after all. Well, it will certainly help to hold back the thralls. There's no denying that. Though I doubt it will come as much consolation to the townspeople whose worldly goods are confiscated to pay for it. They deserve to be heard, Clive. To have a say in this new empire the Duke means to build.
Sadly, His Eminence values their obedience more than their opinions, and hopes to reassert the authority of the state. I fear he sees the people as mere pawns on his chessboard to be sacrificed for the greater good. Needless to say, they themselves are of a different opinion, and would rather their destinies were in your hands. The soldiers, meanwhile, are content to follow their orders. And not just because of the Duke's rank, but because of his vision.
I thought as much. Had I sworn to protect Sambrek, I dare say I too would want nothing more than to see it rise from the ashes. Thank you for trying. But the battle is lost.
I don't know about that.
What happened to your uniform?
I handed it in, along with my resignation. Told the lads I wished them well, but that I owe it to those I love to call it a day.
But why?
Because I realize what really matters to me. Not following some nobleman's orders for the sake of it, but protecting what I care about. Protecting Northreach. I honestly don't know when those monsters will return, but I'm certain they're not finished with us yet. And when they do come back, we need to be ready for them. We need to stand together, all of us. And with you to lead us, milady, I reckon we can do it. It was you who finally convinced me, Clive. There's no point following orders if they go against everything you believe.
Indeed.
All of us, standing together. That has always been Northreach's best hope, and one which still lies within our grasp. We have only to turn our attentions to the true enemy. Thank you, Philippe, for showing me what I must do.
Anything for you, milady. Speaking of standing together, would you mind if I borrowed a few of the lads from the Vale to help keep watch around the town? I fear His Eminence has loftier tasks in mind for the guard.
Not at all. Be my guest.
Wouldn't be the first time.
There may be hope for Northreach yet. Especially with men like you and Philippe to champion our cause. I, for my part, shall continue to work upon the Duke, in the stubborn belief that I might still tempt him into joining hands. But I suspect I shall have to call upon your aid again. Until then, Clive.
Until then.
Okay, so obviously this is going to be a multi-layered quest, if you will, or a side quest. A bunch of material. For use your loaf. Rekindling the flame. Let's do that one. Rekindling the flame too. That sounds good. I guess I have another blacksmith blues quest line to do. I mean, freaking blacksmith seems more freaking depressed than most.
Ah, Clive, I was just about to send for you. I'd like you to take something to Sir Wade up in Eastpool. Seeds for planting. Thought it was about time they started growing their own food. I'll keep providing them with whatever they need in the meantime, of course. But if Eastpool's going to survive, it's got to be able to fend for itself. As of those poor bearers. They've lived their whole lives in servitude, but now they're their own masters. Small wonder they ain't got the foggiest how to provide for themselves. So it's up to us to teach them. And if you're wondering why you, well, the wagoneers taking supplies up that way have been coming back with more and more reports of Akashic around the village of late. Sir Wade's putting a brave face on it. But I think even he's starting to worry. And if he's likely to share those concerns with anyone, it's you.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks. Wouldn't ask if I didn't have to.
No, I'm sure you
There.
wouldn't.
That should be enough to keep them in Gazal Greens for a few years at least.
Gazal Greens.
Not the most mouth-watering crop, I'll admit. But they're hardy, they grow fast, and they fill a hole. Better that than something that'll wither away at first frost. And chocobos love 'em too, which is no small thing. When I say all of us need to pull together to get Eastpool back on its feet, I mean all of us. They ain't exactly succulent, but cook 'em right, and they're just about bearable.
I'll take your word for it.
Anyway, Sir Wade'll know what to do with them. And if he don't, well, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Rekindling the Flame 2. 50 renown, 1200 gil. Okay, speak with Wade. Wade's a long way away. Not really. But enough to where I'm going to fast travel, because I'm not going to walk or chocobo 817 meters or feet, yards, whatever.
I heard the Guardian saying we're supposed to...
I remember this guy.
Ah, Lord Rossfield. What brings you to Eastpool?
A delivery from Martha.
We can have these.
These are Gazal green seeds. Martha's keen to cut the apron strings, then, is she? I jest, of course. You see, I had thought we might be able to revive the old wheat fields, but they'd long since gone to seed, only without the seeds.
Martha was hoping you might be able to show the bearers how to plant and tend these, so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their bonds before we brought them here. They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves and their loved ones. Unless we teach them how to live like free men, I fear that all we have achieved in bringing them here is to exchange one master for another. Not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, subsisting almost entirely on Martha's charity as we do. It's about time we all started to provide for ourselves, bearers and Guardians alike. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering our defenses. There have been alarming reports of...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade, all of them.
Time it all. I thought we'd have more time. Gather the men in the square. Send to the rest for reinforcements.
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches for a while now. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely. If reinforcements from the rest arrive before they do, we may just scrape through, but I fear that's rather an enormous if.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die, fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men? Do they not wish to see Eastpool saved? Though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians. What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them.
Good job.
My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will. A home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
With a skillet in my hand.
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool!
For Eastpool.
Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, so sounds like we got a bunch of Akasha to kill. That's cool.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. These will position themselves at strategic points around the village. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can, steadily retreating all the while.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing.
Stop. Come here.
With luck, that point will be the village square. The perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them. And for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade, they're here.
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria.
For Rosaria!
For Rosaria.
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
Alright.
The calm before the storm.
Finally get into some action in these side quests. There they come.
And here it comes.
Good God.
We cannot let East Pool fall.
And we won't.
Damn. Is that the Zukin? Freaking absolutely laid waste to everything. Whoa. My bolt. Take everything out. Nice. New enemies approaching. I mean, this might... Whoa, what is this? Akashic Wolf. Akashic Raptors. Done. Let's save my Zenzuken for the next wave, because... Okay, never mind, there won't be another wave. Okay, and a bunch more crafting material.
Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield, change of plan.
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in their direction.
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So wait, how many Akashic remain in East Pool?
Hard to say. My men are still facing some resistance.
And there is Holly's Adventures. How's it going? Welcome in.
Order a detachment or two to fall back and...
No, let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when East Pool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Oh, the Founder will protect me. I will protect me. Right on. Good to hear. Alright, do I have... No, I don't. I thought maybe I had a obelisk nearby, but apparently not. So... we take the long way. What are you doing, Bubba Bear? You can come up here. What do we got? 6 briar clamshells. Alright. Not gonna waste my time with you goblins. What doing, Bubba? Huh? What doing, Bubba Bear? Don't worry about fighting you guys. I'm on a Michigan. Hopefully, will you either get up or get down? It's very hard to play this when you're right in my face. I love you very much. I've got fur babies. What, Bubba? I have no clue. What? What, baby? I know, Bubba. Alright, oh god, I'm actually going... Oakley, I swear to God, pick a side, please. I love you very much, but pick a side. Go this way. There we go. It's going the wrong way. Uh-oh. There's the Akashic Coral. An Akashic Bandicoral.
With me, Joshua.
It ain't gonna kill him, but we'll see what kind of damage this can do. Oh. It took a hellacious chunk out of him, though. Again, Oak, pick a side. Ooh. Missed me. Not once, but twice. And he staggered. Limit break. Bring out my different. Go to absolute town on this guy. Without a doubt, my favorite move in the game. And now, you, sir, are no more. $420 experience, 104 ability points, 390 gil, another Corel Whisker.
All right. Back to Eastpool.
Okay, that wasn't too difficult. I usually hate doing side quests, but like I said, some of the side quests unlock hunts, and I do want to hunt all 32 monsters in the game.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for further attacks, but all seems quiet for now. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We did it. We saved Eastpool.
What is this we? I did it. What are you talking about?
Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be thanking you. You brought us together. Showed us what it means to fight for what you hold dear.
We never had nothing to call our own before.
Mm.
We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
Hi. Are you trying to talk into my microphone?
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight. And I believe if he were still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's East Pudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Yeah, all I've done is just fight off an Akashic Horde. I haven't got nothing for this.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up.
Oh, we'll talk about that giant Morble.
So stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time, I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
Okay, speak with Martha. So let's go back down here. Martha's Rest. Get this bad boy wrapped up.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but you went and saved Eastpool and all.
I tend to do that.
Did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
What do I got?
Thank you, Martha.
So, Eastpool's finally back on its feet again. And a home to free bearers. Who'd have thought we'd see the day, eh?
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Bearers in charge of themselves, thinking for themselves, working for themselves. Like your hideaway, but not even hidden away. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that reminds me of when I first met Sid. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day. That whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, We both wanted the same thing, to make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
So what do we get? Quest complete. Kindling the Flame 2. Very nice. 4,800 experience, 1,200 gil, 50 renown. Martha's Rest signboard that gets displayed in our chambers. And some more crafting material. Outstanding. Alright. So we're knocking through a lot of these. Which is good. Which is very good, actually. God, there's still so much. Let's go ahead. Go here. Okay. So we got up here. Where we at time-wise? We're sitting at about 52. We'll go on a little bit longer. Actually, let's go over here because we have one on the ground. Looks like we have one up above. Oh, okay. Go over here. Talk to you. Cyril.
Lord Rosfield. Is there aught the Undying might assist you with this day?
Perhaps. My brother said that your order was helping him with his quest to uncover Ultima's origins. Have you learned anything of note since last we spoke?
Little unless, I regret to report.
I see.
Be assured, however, that we will not rest until the truth is known. Even now, our archaeologians scour ruins in every corner of the realm for traces of Ultima's touch.
Fallen ruins, I take it. Dating back as far as Phoenix Gate.
Indeed. Ultima's thralls are oft sighted among the remnants of the fallen civilization, as if protecting the secrets concealed within.
Secrets we'd see unearthed.
Should our methods be of interest, my lord, mayhap it would please you to observe some of our number at work.
Would that be possible?
Of course. A survey is being conducted not far from here. Perchance you are familiar with Kretov, a small hamlet built around a fallen airship. I was due to visit my colleagues there to collect their preliminary findings, but if you would consent to do so in my stead, I'm sure that they would be honored to relate any discoveries they have made to you directly.
Okay.
All right. I'll go and meet with them.
They will be most gratified, I am sure. Might I suggest you take the road through Titan's Wake? It will lead you straight to the village after but a short walk.
Thank you. I will.
I wish you a safe journey, my lord. May the Firebird's flames burn ever in your heart.
Here, come here. My baby kitty. Okay, so we'll get that one.
It's kind of you to take an interest in the Undying's affairs, brother.
Make for whatever. Oh, so I can't go through that way, so I have to go that way. Okay.
I can't have you all keeping secrets from me, can I?
Alright, let's go get this one accepted. Up here.
Beneath the flood, yes.
There we
How are
go.
those new boots treating you?
You there! Finally, no one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea, some have said. Not that I look the part in these tattered rags. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested by the many steps of Tabor. The answers I seek lying just beyond my enfeebled reach. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead? You'll be amply rewarded, of course.
Sure.
Climb the stairs and...
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into stones dotted about the village. 3 of them, to be precise. 1 each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time. Namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people. People quite unlike those of neighboring lands.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can. I'll piece together the rest. Make for the domed pavilions, and you'll have no trouble finding the stones.
Okay, carved in stone. Kind of weird, but okay. Well, not really weird, but...
New boots treating you?
I'm assuming he's talking about here in town.
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Wait a minute. Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, hold thy sacred noble blood to the ends of the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
Why won't the sky go back to how it was?
Can I just kind of like walk around?
So it's these stones to canter,
treasure
and the
chest.
rest of the boxes to Helena.
2 goblin coins, nice. So I was just up there.
And a scratch on them.
Okay, looks like here's another one here. Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past and make these rocks a home.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home,
Okay.
I wonder?
Another chest right here. 15 pinches of magic ash. Okay, so this was not as difficult as I thought it might be, but... Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
Right? I think I've already forgotten part of it, but...
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, would that I could have seen them for myself. Come, don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people?
Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Are you freaking serious? I did not even pay any attention to this. Hold on. Hang on. Hold on. Okay. Guardians of the Crystal.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the Hunters, now Tillers of the Land. Yeah.
Children of the Hunters, now tillers of the land. Reap her promised blessing, and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Alright, quest complete. Carved in stone. What do I get? All that for a freaking goblin coin, really? Thanks for wasting my time, buddy. Alright. We'll do this last side quest. We're about an hour. We'll see side quests. Side quest ones we might make just a little bit longer. Like I said, it's just a matter of... I want there to be more than like 1 or 2 side quests in a part. Where did my freaking... Oh.
Good girl.
It's like, where the hell did my damn chocobo go? Ambrosia.
Oh.
I don't care. Passing by. Still silk.
No holding back.
Oh! Dick?
Come on.
Yeah.
They knocked me off my chocobo.
You deserve a rest.
Whoa! Thanatos hunt. Okay, was not expecting this.
Another new friend, Ultima. If it's me you want, I'm right here.
Oh, good God, dude. You packed quite the punch there, sir. Missed. Yeah, I was not expecting a hunt to be here, but... Missed. I don't know why I just did that. But that works. Man, he's... yeah. That's what I was afraid of. Bazookin. Good damage. Oh. You're a little bit aggressive, sir. Staggered him good. Judgment Bolt. Flames of Rebirth. $62,904 damage. Missed. Oof. Having Joseph helps in this fight immensely, for sure. Staggered him again. And got him. Not horribly difficult. Like I said, was not expecting that to be there, but hey. It is what it is. Ooh, Dark Steel.
And don't come back.
Don't come back, sir. Go away. What's it like when he popped up off his, you know, like I said, usually it means there's a hunt. Like I said, I was not expecting that to pop up there, but to each his own. Alright. We'll finish this side quest and then we'll call it an episode. Alright, Kritov Obelisk activated.
Thanks, Gal.
Okay.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
pay for this.
Spadoonios.
May still be survivors.
All the more reason to rid this place of echoes.
He's not the Zukin. Whoops. Didn't really. Okay, that, you know, I was like, I kind of doubted myself a little bit on that, but. Yo, what's up, big baby? No apologies necessary, my brother. Wrap this, do this mission, wrap this up, and then I'm gonna try to get another episode up before I go to bed, if I can stay awake that long. Slay the Echo. Oh, there's more up here. Whoa. Okay, hi. Missed. Ooh, okay, you didn't miss that time. You seem like you would be weak to thunder because you're a machine. Almost like a mini Atlas. Ooh. Right. You caused me to channel Ifrit, sir. Staggered. Storm. Give me more thunder. Oops. Really?
You're finished.
Ooh. There we go. That's what I was trying to get after. Is that the Zukin? Got him with the Zantazukin. Outstanding. 890, another 144 ability points. Very nice.
Should have stayed in the past. These must be Cyril's colleagues.
Oh, it was.
You have our thanks, stranger.
Who are you?
Ah, forgive me, my lord. I did not recognize you. You are Lord Rosfield, are you not?
I am.
We are archaeologians, tasked with surveying this site. When the echoes appeared, our brothers here occupied their attentions. Thanks to them, and to you, we were, for a mercy, able to see our duty to its conclusion.
You call that a mercy? Your brothers might still be alive if you put their safety before your duty. Surely this survey wasn't worth dying for.
We are charged with uncovering Ultima's origins. A duty of the highest import, as I'm sure you will agree.
And you think your dead brothers would agree with you too?
I know they would. They gave their lives for the cause, an honor to which all Undying aspire. Now, to what do we owe the honor of your presence, Lord Marquis?
Cyril told me of your work here, and I agreed to collect your findings in his stead.
I see. That is most kind. Pray, take them then, with our humble thanks. May the Firebird's flame burn ever in your heart, as it does in ours.
It's one thing to lay down your life for another, but for a survey...
Forgive them, Clive. The Undying live by a very different creed, and nothing we say will change that. Come. Let us deliver their findings to Cyril, that their deaths might not be in vain.
Alright, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Then we'll take a trip back to the hideaway, see if we have any new hunts. The Thanatos, I think that's what the thing was called, was not expecting to kill that, but I said all the more reason I want to make a hunt series, if you will, which I'll do on New Game Plus.
I collected your colleagues' preliminary findings. Here, take them.
The Kretov report.
My thanks. I shall study them, and inform you forthwith if I discover aught that might aid you in your fight against Ultima.
Cyril, your survey party suffered several losses in Kretov. Losses which could have been avoided, had the others not chosen to complete their work, instead of saving their friends. Were these your orders?
No. This was their choice. Every Undying devotes his life to the service of the Phoenix. It is our sole duty, and should we die in discharging it, so be it.
Even when death is avoidable.
My lord, I fear that this is not a point over which it would be fruitful to argue. The Undying have served the Phoenix for countless generations, and your opinion of our methods, however earnest, is not like to change them. We live to serve the Phoenix. Our very order exists for that purpose, and that purpose alone.
Cyril, I know that you and your brethren answer only to Joshua, but allow me to offer you a word of advice. It does not further the cause of the Phoenix to have his loyal followers surrender their lives without good reason. Provide your survey parties with an escort, that they might live to do their duty for years to come. Think not only of how you can serve the Phoenix, but how Joshua would want you to serve him. Please. For all our sakes.
I thank you for your advice, my lord. If you will permit me to respond, our faith in his grace, Joshua Rossfield, is absolute. And we of the Undying will do what we believe is right to fulfill our duty unto him. As first shield to the Phoenix, I am sure you understand what it means to do one's duty.
I do.
Then we are of the same mind. And it is my hope that we may continue to do our duty together.
It's kind of weird, but do the Undying, 2,800, 30 renown. Now we have over 2,000 renown. Not bad. We got about 4, maybe 5 side quests done. I think that's a good stopping point, at least for that, until the next episode. Like I said, one thing I want to do very quickly is come up through here to the hideaway. Where are we at in time-wise? Holy crap, we're at 1 hour and 20 minutes. A little bit longer than I wanted it to be, but like I said, because we're doing nothing but side quests in these parts, I don't mind these being a little bit longer. Because I want to get all the rest of the side quests done and the hunts done that I can, anyway. before the end of the game. Yeah, view the hunt board. Let's see what we got new, if anything, which we don't have anything new. We did take out Thanatos. Like I said, that was completely random. The Agni, this thing actually killed us in the last episode we did. Little butthole. And that's it. We just have the Agni right now. So, kind of cool. Kind of cool. See if I have anything I can spend renown on.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper.
Why, thank you.
Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Ooh, nice. Ring of the Swift Shot.
All yours.
See what that does. And then next up is the Genji gloves. Oh, yes.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
I just want to see what this Talisman of Priming. Oh, here we go. Ring of the Swift Shot. Lowers charge time for charge magic by 0.2 seconds. Not worth it, in my opinion. So, but
How do you
all right. In the next episode, guys, we're gonna knock out some more side quests. Like I said, I'm just afraid if I do the Brotherhood, if I go in here, this is the fifth and final Mother Crystal. I kind of feel like it's gonna lock me into the end game. So I want to get these side quests knocked out. So like I said, if you're not a side quest fan, these next few parts probably won't be to your enjoyment. But like I said, we got quite a few of them to go. But side quests in this game aren't too bad, so that's a good thing. But in any event, we're really going to wrap up the episode right here. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you would, pretty please. It does help the channel grow. Also want to shout out my sponsor, Poggers. You can find their website at www.drinkpoggers.com/Kennel. Using my code word will net you 10% savings off everything on their website. I'm also going to charge my controller because it's got one bar. So, that being said, guys, I will catch you. I will try to get another episode up before I go to bed tonight. But if not, I will get part 47 uploaded tomorrow. So, either way, you guys will see me very, very soon. And we'll catch you guys in the next part of Final